What's up, everybody? My name is Justin, and welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Tears. On today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the bottle kills that I had from 2024 and would I replace them going forward. So these are all the bottles that I finished off. I generally don't have a big list of bottles that I finished off because the collection is big enough at this point that I just kind of drink a little bit of everything I have, but we're going to break down in today's video. All right, the first bottle that I killed off last year was a Penelope Toasted Barrel Strength. This was a pick from Marketplace Wine and Spirits. It was pretty good. Would I replace it? The question is kind of a tough one because I do like Penelope. I know there's some people out there that don't like Penelope as much, but they come out with so many different releases that I don't know if that one was quite good enough that I'm going to be, obviously I can't get that exact one because it was a pick that's gone now, but am I going to be looking exactly for the Penelope Toasted Barrel Strength to replace? Probably not, but I'll definitely be getting more Penelopes. Really looking for that Habana, whichever one they just came out with. Would really like to get my hands on that one. All right, second bottle kill of 2024 was the Tum Terra. Tum Terra. So that Stellum was is the keyword here, a line made by Barrel Bourbon, which they have since discontinued. You can still find a bunch of the Stellum stuff kind of scattered around in stores, just waiting to be sold through, but that line is no longer going. So the Tum Terra was kind of their baseline, but elevated slightly, if I remember correctly. I also had have a black label Stellum somewhere in storage, but I probably won't be looking to replace that. I don't think it was anything special. I would rather just get something from the regular barrel line going forward, even though it would be kind of nice to have because they're not around anymore. So maybe that would be a factor played into considering replacing that bottle, but I think for now I'm just going to let it go. All right, next bottle up is a Baker's 7. A Baker's 7, really enjoyed that bottle. The bottle that I had was an 8-year, 7-month-old, and I absolutely do want to replace my Baker's 7. I've been trying to find one in my area that's in that age range again. Right now, everything I'm seeing around me is in that 7-year something month age range, and I really want to get back up into that higher year age range because that one was obviously over 8.5 years old that I had, and I really liked it. Can't emphasize that enough. That thing really surprised me when I first got it a couple years ago, and it was just good. So I'm definitely gonna be looking to replace that Baker's 7 whenever I can find one in that age range, and if I can ever find a Baker's 13, I want to get my hands on one of those. Next up is a Bardstown Fusion number 6. Now, if you guys have watched my videos at all, you may know that I have not been the biggest Bardstown fan until I finally found one recently that I really liked, the Bardstown Disco 12. That one did make it into my top bottles of the year for last year, but prior to that, I hadn't really found anything from Bardstown that I thought was all that great, and that includes the Bardstown Fusion number 6, so that one is definitely going to be a pass for me. I will not be replacing that one. All right, next up is the Larceny Barrel Proof, specifically the B523. It's a Larceny Barrel Proof, so I'm just going to keep replacing that with different Larceny Barrel Proofs. I don't think the B523 was anything special to be going out and seeking to replace that specific release of Larceny Barrel Proof, but that one's gone. Obviously, I'll be looking to, find the new ones as we go forward. Interesting. In Maryland, there have been like none of the Larceny C924s floating around, really. There's a rumor going around that the distributor is just kind of holding them back because there's so many B524s still sitting on shelves. So that's an interesting strategy because at this point, we're already getting into A125 release time, and they haven't even released the C924. And if they just keep pushing it back and nobody's going to, at least the, main people who would go and search out a Larceny Barrel Proof are not going to be buying that. If they don't want the B524, why are they going to then buy a C924, 6 months after it was released? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But like I said, that's just the rumor here from Maryland. All right, these last two were kind of my probably saddest bottle kills from 2024. First off was an ECBP, but specifically this was a C921. I think that was the oldest ECBP that I had left in my stash. And although the C921, I think it was a little bit off profile, if I remember correctly, it was still good, and it was still back from when they had the old 12-year age statement. So, I'll be replacing it, but C921 is going to be virtually impossible to find at this point now that we are into 2025. So 4 years later, I will be replacing it with future ECBPs, but I just saw the stats on the ECBP A125, and I think I'm going to boycott it. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt this video, but I'm so excited to announce my new partnership with Cigar Page. If you guys are into cigars at all, check out the link down in the description below for Cigar Page. They have the best deals on cigars in the entire world on the internet, and it's always free shipping. Go ahead, go over there, get yourself a Perdomo Champagne 10th anniversary, get the Perdomo 20th anniversary, or get one of my recent favorites. This is the Drew Estate Undercrown 10. This thing is amazing. I appreciate your support. Make sure you check out Cigar Page down in the link below. If you haven't seen, the A125 is coming in at 10 years, 7 months old, and 118.2 proof, which is just extremely low for pretty much everything. If you compare it to the C924, which, they just released before it, this was 11 years old, so still not the oldest, but at least it was 129 proof, 118 proof on a 10-year, 7-month, so it's like extremely young comparatively for ECBP and extremely low proof comparatively for ECBP. I think I'm boycotting that one. Even if I hear through, YouTube reviews or whatever that it's the greatest juice in the world, I'm refusing to buy it at this point. All right, and the final bottle kill for me from 2024 was a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. Specifically, this one was coming in at 130.7 proof, and I will always have at least one bottle of this on standby because I love this stuff so much. This one is coming in at 134.8 proof. I know there's some higher proof stuff available near me right now, and I may be picking that up here soon since I am now down one more bottle of this. But Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, some of the absolute best ryes that you can get on the market. So there will always be at least one bottle of this in my collection, most likely two, or if I find something insanely high proof, probably even go a little bit beyond that. But for me, those are all the bottles that I killed off in 2024, and if I would replace them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you for your next drink.